Welcome back to Flipping Pages, Stirring Sauces. If it is your first time, welcome. Tawada and gratitude to those of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. I have no notes tonight. Tonight I'm just going to be speaking from the heart, I guess. But anyway. For the past 3 years, myself and other melanated people have been telling the world that the indigenous, aboriginal, original, native people to the Americas looked like me. And nobody was listening to us. But the minute this palm-colored woman in Mexico has stated what melanated people have been saying, myself in particular have been saying for the past 3 years, everybody's jumping all over it, and everybody's talking about it, and everybody's thising and everybody's thating. And that woman, she's not being truthful. Yes, it is true that the Negro, that land, the Americas, the entire earth was populated by Negroes. And different sections of the earth was given to the Negro Man by the Creator himself. And nobody believed it when it was just coming from little old me or little old people who look like me. But now that this palm-colored woman has put her spin on it and given it to people, everybody's jumping up and down, Well, she's still lying, because she's claiming that it would have taken too long for people to make it from Africa to the Americas by ship. No, it would not have. It would not have. They made it from Europe to the Caribbean by ship. Why then wouldn't they be able to make it from Africa to the Americas by ship? And the other thing is, Africa is geographically closer to the Americas than they have told you. The part that she's lying about is that people didn't come from elsewhere. They're lying about that part for their own reasons. And if their lips are moving, they're lying. They did put people in the belly of ships in Africa and shipped them to the Americas as slaves. Deuteronomy 28 talks about that. So if you believe in the Bible and you believe what Deuteronomy 28 says, that is your confirmation right there. However, there were already melanated people in the Caribbean, and what they did, they brought people from Africa in chains, and those people intermingled with the people who looked like me, who were already in the Caribbean. And they then labeled all of them as Africans because they wanted to take the land. And the only way they could take the land and claim it as their own is if everybody came from elsewhere. If everybody came from elsewhere, then they couldn't make any claims to the land. And they beat that into us and fed that into our ancestors. And after a few generations, people started believing it, but not everybody believed it. Because I had conversations with my grandmother who told me that some of her ancestors didn't come from anywhere else. I had conversations with my father who alluded to that as well. See, they were my first teachers. And even though we were prevented from reading and writing for a period of time, our history was handed down verbally to us. So, yes, the native people to the Americas looked like me. Christopher Columbus' own diary confirms that. Now, what they did, the Queen and the Pope got together and issued a document which they referred to as the Papal Bull, or the Pope's Bulletin. And when they issued that document, they made it legal for the natives and the people in Africa who looked like me to be taken into slavery. They made chattel slavery legal. And that way they could take our land away. But that papal bull has been overturned because it was challenged in 3 Supreme Courts. And it was determined that there were people already living in the Americas when the Europeans bumped into us. We had organized societies. We had communities. We were worshiping our Creator. We had established societies, and their own law stated that if there are established societies, organizations, a sense of community, then they cannot just take over the land because the land is already occupied. They're trying to shut me up. But, pardon me. So, that papal bulletin, there were several bulletins, has been challenged. And about a year ago, I did a video. I think it's called, It's Time for Us to Come Together and Take Our Great Substance. One of those cases was tried in the Supreme Court of Canada. And that court ruled in favor of the indigenous people who were originally on the land. There's another case in Australia with the Miriam people, and that case also overturned the Papal's Bulletin to say that the land belongs to the indigenous people who were already there when the Europeans arrived. And there was a case in the Supreme Court of Morocco, the United Nations Supreme Court. All that information is in that video. So what I'm saying now is everybody's jumping up and down about this, what this woman said, but nobody bothered to listen to us when we've been saying it. And the other thing, everybody's jumping up and down about Trump and the fact that he's deporting all these people. You think Trump is just doing that? That is the Most High at work. The Most High is clearing out people so that the land can be returned to its rightful owners. Because we have to just take it. It's already been returned to us. But they haven't advertised these court cases because they don't want us to know. But I think one ruling was back in 84 or something like that. Go look at that video. All the information is in there. And I've been saying for the past 3 years that Babylon would implode. Does it look like Babylon is imploding? Absolutely. We are the head. We're not the tail. Babylon is imploding. The Creator is doing what the Creator said that he was going to do. And Trump said exactly what he was going to do. And he's doing what he said he's going to do. Do you think at the end of this, Trump and his cronies is going to be able to live there? Everybody is going back to where they came from. And everybody who took us into captivity will themselves be taken into captivity. Deuteronomy 28. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, speaks to all of these issues that are taking place right now. And everybody's up in arms about deportation and this and that. We all have to go back to where we came from. And these people who have enslaved us, like I said, they will be taken into captivity. And the ones that are not from this dimension, they will have to go back through the Caucasus Mountain to the dimension that they're from. So that's all I had to say tonight. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I give you my peace. I give you my ahab. It's a wonderful time to be alive and to see the Creator's words come to fruition. Shalom.